Okay, so we would like to welcome everyone for our today's seminar on human values. तो मैं अपना छोटा सा एक इंट्रोडक्शन पहले दे देता हूँ and after that I will begin. So myself, Naam Prem Das. I did my BTech in 2004 to 2008 from NIT Jamshedpur. I belong from Jamshedpur, and after completing my BTech, I got job in three MNCs, but I chose to work with BOC India Limited, a British oxygen company. Or after working for almost 3 years, I decided to resign from that company and start my own company. So then I embarked into the field of entrepreneurship, and under that I started my own coaching center in Kolkata in the name of Partha Educational Institution. If you type in Google, it will show you there. So I started with almost 15 students that time in the beginning, the first year. Currently, almost more than 1,000 students are studying in that institute. We have almost more than three centers, and 20% of the revenue which is earned from this institute goes for the social cause. And apart from that, this institute is also helping the boys or the girls who are coming from underprivileged background. It is helping them to get education free of cost. After working for 3.5 years, 4 years, I was deeply moved and touched by philosophy given by spiritual organization named as ISKCON. So I read Gita, I read Bhagavad, and I got in touch with some spiritual teachers. I was highly motivated. Then I decided to dedicate my life for spreading this spiritual knowledge to the people in general. Right from the childhood, I had a desire to dedicate my life for some higher cause. So I wanted to go for army or something like that for the service of the nation. But in between, I got highly inspired by spiritual organization, and I decided to dedicate my life for that. So almost 5-6 years, I was a monk in ISKCON temple. And while being a monk, I did many services, such as in Kolkata, I was the assistant director of Annamrita. Annamrita is a foundation which is catering the food, a one-time meal free of cost for underprivileged children. So every day, 10,000 underprivileged children we used to feed. So I was assistant director to collect donations, to manage, and how to do it. All these things I used to take care. And apart from that, I was a mentor and counsel the youths. And while guiding the youths in this way, motivating them in this way, I traveled many places across India, such as I have gone to. I generally give seminars to in IIT Kharagpur, then IIT Jamshedpur, IIT Rourkela, then in your college also. From last 3 years, I am practically coming right there in your college, guiding to your seniors, helping them and motivating them with life's amazing secrets. But this year, because of the corona, we are not able to physically meet. Therefore, we have organized this online seminar. While being in monastery as a monk for almost 3-4 years, my spiritual guide, they believed that I should do something bigger. So therefore, there was no spiritual branch right here. Sent from Kolkata to Dhanbad with a team of devotees so that I can connect people, develop them, help them learn to understand the secrets which are given in Gita and other Vedic literatures. in order to set up a wonderful center over here where people can come and meditate and get motivated to solve the problems of their life with the help of epics, the Vedic literatures. So from last almost 2 years, I am in Dhanbad helping and guiding people in general. Apart from this, I am also giving seminars in IIT Dhanbad here, regularly visiting there and giving seminars over there. So many students from BTech, from mechanical mining, civil, computer science, from all branches, they are getting guidance and training under my mentorship. Apart from that, I also go and give seminars to PhD students, those who are doing PhD, and there are some group of professors also whom I am guiding and counseling and mentoring them. So, and then over that, we are also running many projects in Dhanbad. Here also, we are feeding to more than 100 underprivileged children every day, one time meal. We have many more projects, upcoming projects, which we are starting here. Apart from all these things, we have again, I have been the director of one more company which I have started here, Abhay Education Private Limited. And this company caters the need of students who are studying in abroad. So I have a team of some 15-20 of my counselees, those who have studied and completed their BTech, and they have got a very promising job, but they have left all those things. So we are a group of 15-20 students, and we are all running this company on our own. So this is a small introduction which I wanted to give. So recently, I feel very much privileged that, like every year, this year also I got opportunity to share some of my thoughts which I have learned from my spiritual teacher with all of you. Every year, your seniors also have attended me from last almost 3 years. They are attending me, they are listening me, and all your professors also. I feel very very grateful to all of them that every year they invite me and allow me an opportunity to. So I'm feeling highly privileged being in association of all of you. Thank you so much to everyone for coming and attending this seminar. So this seminar I have divided into 4 parts. Let us see if you are attentive and if you are serious to learn something and improve something in your life. I will tell you this seminar may result into a heart transforming experience for you. I'm into this field of motivating and inspiring students from almost last 15 years, traveling to different colleges and giving seminars and mentoring. Here also, along with me, I have a center. We are almost 40 students. They full time stay with me 24 hours, and I train them, educate them, guide them, and help them to achieve their goals and success in their life, to understand, and I also help them to live a life of purity so that they remain unaffected by the distractions of this world, and also they develop a very wonderful character. Say, in this world, when there are many universities who are giving you some kind of material education, and in the field of mechanical, civil, mining, electronics, many other places, but there are rarely any institution available where such kind of discussions are made, such as how to develop character, how to develop values within the students. So, therefore, this RVS Academy is one such institution who every year, right in the beginning, as a part of their induction program, in a very prominent way, they emphasize on inculcating wonderful qualities in all their students by arranging a value education program such as this, which is going on right now. So I really feel very much inspired because generally institutions hardly bother whether the students are developing some good qualities or not. They are only concerned about collecting money and teaching and sending them off. But selflessly, such kind of institutions are helping students to not only learn some kind of material education, but also some values in their life so that they can grow happily and successfully in their life. So, say in this world, there is, as I said, there is no dearth of material education. But even the values also, if you want to learn about values, there are abundant informations available in your social media platform. But only problem is what we are lacking in the society right now is a perfect example. It's very easy to tell people that be tolerant, be positive, you'll be stress free, keep smiling, this, that, so many things can be spoken. But it is very difficult to apply all those things in our personal life. Unless you apply all these teachings in your life, your words have no value. It just doesn't carry any gravity. It gives a kind of kick. All other motivational talk, it gives a kind of kick. For some period of time, you feel very much inspired, but it doesn't bring any permanent result. Permanent result can come only and only when you hear it from someone who has applied it in their life. Lord Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, Yad yad acharati sreshtas tat tat eva tarojana sayat pramanam kurute lokas tat anuvartate yad yad acharati sreshtas. The kind of example, the Sreshta class of people, the leaders would set in the society, exactly the same kind of pattern is going to be followed by their followers. यद यद आचरति श्रेष्ठ, जैसा जैसा लीडर करेगा तत् तत् एव तरोजना, वैसा वैसा उसके फॉलोअर्स भी करेंगे. जैसा जैसा लीडर कहेगा वैसा वैसा उसके फॉलोअर नहीं करेंगे. वो जैसा जैसा वो खुद करेगा, जैसा एग्जाम्पल वो सेट करता है, ठीक उसी तरह से उसके भी फॉलोअर्स उसको फॉलो करते हैं. When I say leader just doesn't mean some kind of politician. Everyone is a leader in their own field. Parents, they're also leader in their home. जैसा जैसे पेरेंट्स करेंगे वैसे बच्चे फॉलो करेंगे. अगर फादर कहे बच्चे को कि भाई सुबह 4 बजे उठना बहुत अच्छा है और वो खुद सुबह 8-9 बजे सोकर उठते हैं, तो बच्चे कभी फॉलो नहीं करेंगे. It is this father who has to set a right example, and then the children is going to follow on their own. They need not to be forced. They themselves will be inspired to follow their fathers, their parents. Similarly, teachers are also the hero of the society. They are the heroes of their students. They are the example for their students. If they themselves don't set a good example, then students also don't feel inspired and they don't feel like to follow them. So, therefore, to become an example in the society, which is filled with all the good qualities, is the most difficult task. Speaking big things is not so difficult. But to be an example who himself have followed them, it is very difficult. But those who have followed it, when they speak, it really makes a lot of impact. It directly goes into the heart of the person and brings transformation. So material education which you get in this world, about mechanical, mining, civil, whichever, physics, chemistry, math, all these things, whatever education we get, if you observe carefully, all this education is centered around giving you some kind of information. It simply gives you some kind of information. जी का वैल्यू कितना है, इस कांस्टेंट का वैल्यू कितना है, इसका फॉर्मूला कैसे है, इस ये लॉ क्या है, वो लॉ क्या है. It's all about information. You mug it up all the information and accordingly you perform in your exams. So, but what we are talking about is value education. Just like material education tells you about information, the value education tells you about transformation. So, for example, in material education, what you learn about information of your field, how to manipulate the matter and how to use it for your personal purpose. But what value education teaches you is about your personal life, about the values which you are going to develop. It's childhood we used to memorize the slokas. Ye shamna vidyana tapona danam na jnanam na shilam na guno na dharma te marte loke bhuvi bhara bhuta manushya rupena mrigas charanti. The one who has not developed good qualities, who has not yet developed good values in their life, just having some information doesn't prove him to be a very good person. It is this heart transformation which helps one to become a man of character. Actually, it is this mentality which helps one to utilize the information in the right way and get success in their life. Similarly, so just now I told you, so we'll do some comparison. As we go ahead in the session, we'll do some kind of comparison. What material education talks about and what value education talks about. Just now I told you, material education talks about information, the value education talks about the transformation. For example, if you read Gita, if you read Bhagavad, if you read Quran, if you read Bible, right from the beginning to end, most of it is filled with some kind of qualities. Okay, you please develop this quality. Okay, you should develop this quality. Oh, you should be like this. You should not be doing like this. You should be doing like this. Why? And these knowledges which are given in the scriptures are considered to be the greatest of all other knowledges. That's why you will find after you have completed your physics, chemistry, maths education, you sell all these books in the market. You throw it off in the garbage. But you will never see people throwing Gita or Bhagavad or Bible or Quran throwing it in the garbage. You never see that. Why? Because the information given in this is far, far valuable than any other education, any other information which is given anywhere else in the world. So therefore, that which talks about the best of the knowledge, most of it is filled with the information that how can you develop the wonderful qualities within you, how you can be a totally transformed personality. That's what all the scripture talks about. So material education talks about the quantity. Okay, how much grades have you got? Okay, how much rank have you got? Okay, how much salary are you getting? So it's all about quantity. Your success is measured in material education in terms of the quantity. कितना परसेंट आया, कितना ग्रेड्स आया, कितना सैलरी मिल रहा है आपको, based on all these things. However, in the field of spiritual education, in the field of value education, what is emphasized is about quality, as I said just now. How you can become humble, how you can become tolerant, how you can become respectful, how you can become obedient. It just doesn't take much to write some comments. Like you must be seeing in social media, many people writing so many comments. It just doesn't take much, because whatever is there here, that's what comes out as a comment. People are not able to speak, so they feel like to write. So right now you are in the first year, you have just taken admission. When you will go for further for study, you will study data structure. In data structure, you will be studying about FIFO. There is one principle called FIFO. First in, first out. That which goes first in will be out first. Similarly, in life also, there is one principle called GIGO. GIGO means good in, good out. When good will enter, then good will come out also. And its another meaning is also garbage in, garbage out. Whatever is there here in the consciousness, that's what person would like to speak. That what person would like to express. In है ये 1 किलो, वो 3 किलो का सहनशीलता है, इसके पास 1 किलो की सहनशीलता है. You can't measure it. But it is your personal growth which is internal. It's more about developing wonderful qualities within you. Similarly, the material education, it talks about, as I said just now, the material education talks about information, spiritual education talks about transformation. Material education talks about quantity, value education talks about quality. Similarly, material education is all about external. How do you change yourself externally? That's all about material education. Like people in this world, they like to impress others by changing their externals, which doesn't take much. They would remove hair from hair, and then they'll keep some hairs in between, and they'll sometimes color it also white, and then wearing a different kind of dress altogether. And somehow or other they want to attract by developing some biceps and muscles, and so these are all externals. It doesn't take much. You go to a parlor and pay some money, they will really change you completely. But value education is not about external. Value education is all about internal. How much internally you are transformed, how much internally you have changed yourself. And among the two, the internal and the external, the most important is to change internal. External, whether you have changed or not, it may not matter much, but internal is the most important part. For example, when you go to a very big building, huge, vast building, when you see around, you will be really surprised seeing the beauty of this building. But can you tell me what is the most important part of the building? In an entire building, the most important part is its foundation. And amazingly, the foundation of the building is not visible. You can't see the foundation of the building. All you can see is just building. But the most important part is the foundation of the building, because it is sustaining the whole building. If foundation is weak, no matter how beautiful you make the building externally, if foundation is weak, the building will collapse at one point of time. How will you judge whether the building is strong or not, whether the foundation is strong or not? In normal time, you may not judge it. You may be able to see just the beauty of the building. It's only at the time of storm, when some kind of storm comes, when some kind of earthquake comes, when challenges come, difficulties comes, that is the time the real inner qualities comes out. That is the time when person's actual personality comes out. Whether the building sustains itself or it collapses. If it collapses, that means the foundation is not so strong. Similarly, as an individual, externally looking, somebody may be thin, somebody may be fat, somebody may be looking ugly, somebody may look smart, somebody may look fair, somebody may look black. But all these external appearances just doesn't matter. It may matter to those who are full in this world. Foolish gets attracted by the external appearances, but an intelligent person never gets attracted by the external appearances. They never go by the face value. They would always go inside. What is there internally? Like, for example, if I ask you, how many balloons kept in front of you? Now, if you are asked that if I release all the balloons, so tell me which balloon will go up in the sky. So how will you tell it? Will you tell it based on the color? That okay, black one will go, white one will not go. No, you can't tell this based on color. Okay, can you tell it based on the size? The bigger one will go, the smaller one will not go. No, you can't tell based on the size also. Oh, can you please tell me based on the shape? Somebody cylindrical will go or the spherical will not go, something like that? No. Neither the size, nor the color, nor the shape. This doesn't matter whether the balloon will go up in the sky or not. It is this, what is the gas which is filled inside the balloon decides whether the balloon will go up in the sky or not. Exactly in the same way, right now all of you are on the same level. Everyone has taken admission in this college. Everyone is on the same level. You all will get the same education. But surprisingly, after 5-10 years from now, everybody will be at different level in their life. Somebody will be at the peak of their success of your life. Somebody would be still struggling for the job. Somebody may not be so successful. Somebody might be going on with some mediocre kind of job. So what decides which will go up in the sky, which will go up in their life, which will be really successful, who will not be successful? It is what is filled inside. What are the qualities you have inculcated within? What is your consciousness? What is your mindset? What kind of thinking have you developed? Based on all this kind of calculation, you actually perform in your life, which decides how successful you will become in your life. Suppose in front of you, if I bring one paste later. Now, if I ask you, if I squeeze this paste, what will come out of this paste? You will surely tell, sir, if you squeeze this paste, the paste will come out. If you squeeze this tube, the paste will. But suppose if I removed all the paste and I have inserted mango juice inside, and then if I ask, if I squeeze now, what will come out? Obviously, that which is inside will come out. Even though outside it's written in the bold letter, Pepsodent, still, when I squeeze it, the mango juice only will come out. Exactly in the same way, externally one may really look very smart, one may look dashing, but at the time of difficulties, when challenges will disturb you, when anxiety, when tension, when the pressure will come in your life, when all these challenges will really squeeze you, that time your external smartness is not going to help you to deal with such kind of problems in your life. At that point of time, it's only what is there within you. What kind of qualities have you developed within yourself? This is what is going to help you to perform at that point of time. Your externals just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And if at the time when difficulties have come, at the time when challenges have come, that is not the time to prepare internal qualities. If you tell, okay, that is the time now, immediately I'll prepare myself internally, I'll become very strong and I'll deal with all this problem. Sorry, sir, you are very late. This is the challenges are not the time when you are supposed to prepare yourself. Once I had gone to one army camp to give one kind of seminar. Outside in the board, they had written in the bold letter, those who bleed those who sweat in peace bleed less in war. So please understand this statement is very important. Please listen it carefully. I'll repeat again. Those who sweat in peace bleed less in war. What does it mean? Those who sweat in peace bleed less in war. Means those the army, when the fight is not going on in the border, right now no fight is going on. There is no need to do anything right there in the border. But at that point of time when everything is peaceful, if somebody sweats means he really works hard, developing his muscles, developing his stamina, learning the art of shooting the guns and all other different kind of skill. At the peaceful time, those who really work very hard and sweats, they are the person who will bleed less in the war. Because at the time of war, when you have not developed some competency within, you will not be able to perform. Then you will have to bleed there. Then you will be the one who will be shot dead right there on the spot, because at peaceful time you were not training yourself. You were simply relaxing and enjoying your time. Exactly in the same way as all of you have taken admission now. So this 4 year of your tenure in the college, maybe you can consider it to be a very peaceful time. It doesn't take much hard work to clear your semester exams inside engineering college. It doesn't take much hard work. But I'll tell you, in this 4 year, what kind of mindset you develop, what kind of consciousness you develop, what kind of attitude you develop, that will actually decide that after 4 years when the time of war will come, after 4 years when the time of placement will come, after 4 years when the time will come, you have to select, you have to make some decisions about your career. You will make a lot of mistakes if you really enjoy these 4 years just relaxing and spending time with the friends and roaming around gossiping something nonsense. In the colleges, to clear exams, just one day before exam you sit on overnight, you study, you will easily get 70-80%. It doesn't take the courses of engineering is not that tough. But in your free time, what do you do? Will actually decide, will actually make the difference in your life. How in comparison to others you are different from others. So it is at this point of how are you going to spend your 4 years. I'll tell you one small story. This will help you to understand this concept more nicely. You have to be a little attentive. I'm seeing many people are writing a lot of comments and all. Good, no issue. You can please be busy in writing comments. But only thing is, you may lose some very vital informations which you are supposed to attentively hear. In my 15 years of experience, what I'm sharing right now is something hearing which people have brought a lot of changes in their life, and those who were sitting at the back bench and just passing some comments and not taking it seriously, they were the fool and they are the fool and they remained the fool forever in their life. So they could not improve. Their commands will anyway evaporate with the passage of time. Just because somebody tells me good, I am good. Just because somebody tells me bad, I am bad. No, I'm very sorry. I don't calculate my performance based on somebody else's opinion. That which is right is right. Even if you 1,000 people tells it is wrong, it's not going to change. Absolute truth will remain the truth. So the intelligence is when something good is given, attentively, wholeheartedly absorb yourself, collecting it. Don't think that I know all these things very much. This kind of attitude can lead to a harmful result in the future. So I was going to tell you some small story. So there was one man. He was into the forest. He had gone there for hunting, but somehow he lost the track. He wanted to move out of the forest, but by that time it became evening and it was dark. He was not able to come out of the forest. So he was very upset what to do. Sitting under a tree, he was very much concerned and thinking how to go out of the forest. And he was very upset because there were many wild animals roaming around. And he was fearful if some man eating animal comes and if he eats me, I will die. Right at that time, he observed some tribals who were living inside the forest. They suddenly came in a huge number, and they all came. They were having all different kind of instruments, and they were playing and they were singing a kind of song, and they were looking really very ferocious. So all of them came, and they all circumambulated this man. They surrounded this man. And this man was surprised what these people are going to do with me. Yeah, I have seen in the movies, in the night of Amavasya, they take and they give some kind of sacrifice, they do some kind of bali. Are they going to do the same thing with me? He was really very fearful. Moreover, none of them are able to understand his language, nor this man is able to understand the language of others. But yeah, among all these tribals, there was one person who was conversant with the language which this man was knowing. And then both of them started conversing. This man asked, what these people are doing? What are they going to do with me? So this man said, you are very fortunate. On this day, tonight, this is auspicious day for our whole tribal community. So on this day, we come out from our community, from our area, and whomever we find, whichever person we find, we carry them with us. And for 1 year, we make them as the king of our community. So now you have been selected to be a king of our community. So now you will get all the facilities. He said, oh really? As a king, what all facilities I will get? These people started telling so many things. You will get the food, whatever food you want. There will be so many servants ready to prepare for it. You will get the kind of clothes, whichever kind of cloth you want. They will be making it available for you. You will be having hundreds of servants under you. You will get a lot of money. You will get a lot of facilities. You will get palace to live. You will get so much of opportunity to enjoy in your life. This man was ecstatic. He was jumping. He was actually a poor man. But today, overnight, he became a king. He was very happy. The tribal community, they brought some palanquin. This man also sat on the palanquin. Everyone took him on their shoulder. And they were all singing some kind of song, playing some kind of instruments. And they were all taking this man to their community to make them king. And this man was also very happy. Suddenly, he turned to this man and called him, the other man who was understanding the language in the tribal community. And he asked, so they will make me king for 1 year, but what after 1 year? What happened to me after 1 year? So this man said, oh, after 1 year, we have one island there. Right in the middle of the ocean, we have one island. So after 1 year, you will be thrown in that island. There are many snakes, there are many tigers living there. And there is no food available there. And you will be thrown, you cannot run away also from there because it's an island all around water. So you will be thrown there to die pitiably. This man he became very fearful. He started crying. He jumped off the palanquin saying that I don't want to become king. Let me go from here. Everyone caught him. They said, sorry sir, you have no choice. You will have to become king for 1 year and you will have to die after that 1 year into that island. This man was very much frustrated. He wanted to go, but he was under strict supervision of this community and he was not able to move out of that place. But this man was very intelligent. Hmm. He was very intelligent. He started thinking, no issue. Let them throw me wherever they want me to throw. I will also plan something wonderful. So this man, he created a group of 5-6 confidential friends within the community. And to these 5-6 people, he sent them to that island where he was supposed to be thrown. And he told them, no matter what, you work very hard throughout the year and develop a wonderful place to live in that island. And this man, the king, for whole year, he did not enjoy. He was really working very, very, very hard, developing that island into a place where he can go and peacefully reside. All other tribal communities were looking at this king and they were saying, what a foolish man is this. Only 1 year of his life is left with him, and he has got a wonderful opportunity to enjoy. And this man, instead of enjoying, he is working so hard. He is not enjoying all these things. He is a fool, number one. Everyone else was condemning him, but this man was knowing. He was very intelligent. He worked very hard for that 1 year. And after that 1 year, when he was sent to that island for whole of life, he was enjoying comfortably, peacefully, happily. He was living over there. So, actually, this is a story of each one of us. You can consider that God has given you this 4 year right now. When you have entered into the college, now you have got this 4 year where you can choose, you can make decisions. You can live a very relaxing life, enjoy your life, study a little bit, get good grades, and enjoy with your friends, be cool, go around, walk around, and do so many nonsense things one can be done in the college, in the universities. Or another choice you have, that for this 4 year, you don't relax. You really work hard. Even though there are many opportunities, friends are calling, girlfriends are calling, there are hotels, bars, restaurants are calling, cinema halls are calling, malls are calling. There are so many opportunities available to get distracted. But those who don't get distracted in this 4 year and really give themselves completely into their career will remain happy forever after passing out from this college. But those who unfortunately is busy enjoying this 4 year will have to suffer severely after passing out from this college, because the time when they were supposed to sweat, they chose to relax. As because they have not trained themselves completely, now at the time of war they'll have to bleed. And bleeding means painful, very, very painful. That time person cries tears. Alas, I feel very sorry. If only I could have worked hard for that 4 years, I would have never suffered the way I'm suffering now. So, an intelligent person looks at the future and accordingly work at the present. But a foolish person looks at the past and keeps on crying. Alas, क्या हो गया मेरे साथ? ओहो, क्या हो गया? मेरा अच्छा रैंक नहीं आया. मैं अच्छे कॉलेज में चला जाता. मैं ये कर लेता, मैं वो कर लेता. ऐसा वैसा. So remembering the past and crying is a sign of foolishness. But looking at the future and preparing at the present is actually a symptom of an intelligent person. Choice is in your hand. What exactly do you want to become in your life? So, what we were mentioning about material education is all about external changes. Value education, spiritual education is all about internal upliftments, internal changes. Material education teaches you lifestyle. How should be your lifestyle? Your lifestyle should be filled with wearing the dresses, branded dress. Or your lifestyle should be like this, your lifestyle should be like that. So different people have different ways of living their life. But value education, the spiritual education, is directly talks about the life itself. What is life? How are you supposed to live it in the best possible way to get maximum benefit out of it? So people generally live their life based on their own conception, based on their own perceptions, based on their own understanding and knowledge. But the problem with this kind of lifestyle is people have to learn with a lot of bad experiences. A lot of bad experiences they learn. There are three kinds of people in this world. Mm. Now you can hear it and calculate, analyze. You yourself fall in which category? Which category do you fall yourself in this out of these three? The first one is they are very intelligent. Intelligence class of people. The quality in them is the symptom of such intelligent people is they will hear and they will understand the things. They will just hear and understand. So intelligent people learn by hearing. They learn by hearing. They will hear and they will understand. किसी को बोलो देखो चोरी करना पाप है, चोरी नहीं करना चाहिए, वो तुरंत समझ जाएगा ओके ओके ठीक है नहीं करूंगा, कोई बात नहीं, पाप है ना, गलत है, नहीं करूंगा. Little lesser than that, lower level than this are the category of the people. They don't listen, they don't learn by listening. उसको बोलो उसको नहीं समझ में आएगा. They need to be shown. उसको दिखाना पड़ता है. देखो उसने चोरी किया, कैसे पुलिस उसकी पिटाई कर रही है. ओह बाप रे बाप, ठीक है आपसे नहीं करूंगा कभी. ये थोड़ा लोअर लेवल. इसको जब तक दिखाया नहीं जाता है विश्वास, मुझे सब कुछ पहले मुझे दिखाओ, पहले प्रूफ दिखाओ तब मैं मानूंगा. ठीक है. But even lesser than this are the third class of people. जिसको बोलो वो नहीं सुनता है, समझता नहीं है. उसको दिखाओ फिर भी उसको समझ में नहीं आता. वो कैसे सीखता है? वो एक्सपीरियंस से सीखता है. जब वो खुद चोरी करता है, पुलिस पकड़ के जब उसकी पिटाई करती है टॉप बॉटम लेफ्ट राइट, तो उसको समझ में आता है ओह आई डिड अ मिस्टेक. ओके ओके पहले बताना था ना, ठीक है आगे से चोरी नहीं करूंगा. सो दिस इज थर्ड लेवल व्हेन पीपल लर्न बाय एक्सपीरियंस. आजकल के मॉडर्न जनरेशन में फोर्थ लेवल आ गए. फोर्थ लेवल, उसको बोलो वो नहीं सुनेगा, उसको दिखाओ वो नहीं सुनेगा, उसको एक्सपीरियंस भी हो जाएगा, पिटाई भी पड़ेगा ना, उसके बाद भी वो नहीं सुधरता है. इसलिए कुछ लोग अपने टी शर्ट में लगा के रखते हैं, हम नहीं सुधरेंगे, कुछ भी कर लो भैया हम तो नहीं सुधरेंगे. इसको मॉडर्न लैंग्वेज में, सामान्य भाषा में उसको बोलते हैं कुत्ते की पूंछ. देखा है आपने? कुत्ते की पूंछ को एक पाइप के अंदर डाल के लाखों किलोमीटर धरती के अंदर धसा के लाखों करोड़ों साल तक भी रख दो, उसके बाद में जब आप बाहर निकालोगे, जैसे ही पूंछ को पाइप से बाहर निकालोगे फिर से टेढ़ा हो जाए. तो ये होते हैं फोर्थ कैटेगरी के लोग. चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज एट ऑल, मैं नहीं सुधरूंगा. सो ये चार कैटेगरी में आप भी समझ लो अपने आप को आप किस कैटेगरी में आते हैं. देयरफॉर इट इज सेड दैट experience is the best teacher and a fools learn by no other way. एक्सपीरियंस जो है बेस्ट टीचर. एक अनुभव से आदमी फर्स्ट क्लास अच्छे से सीखता है, और एक मूर्ख के पास इसके अलावा दूसरा सीखने का कोई मौका भी नहीं होता. क्योंकि यदि बोल दिया जाए कि भाई वहां पे जैसे छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, उनको उतनी बुद्धि नहीं होती, अज्ञानता में होते हैं, तो जैसे पंखे को चलते हुए देखते हैं, पंखों में उंगली डालना चाहते हैं, या आग देखते हैं तो आग में उंगली डालना चाहते हैं, तो उनके लिए अच्छा नहीं है, उनको पता नहीं है ये नहीं करना चाहिए. उनको बोलते भी रहो बेटा नहीं करना है, ऐसे नहीं हाथ डालो, उसको नहीं समझता है. तो पिताजी क्या करते हैं, जब पंखे की स्पीड कम होती है तो हल्का सा उसका उंगली ले जाके सटाते हैं, खटाक करके जब उंगली पे लगता है वो चिल्लाता है आ. उसके बाद जीवन में भी कभी वो पंखे से 5 हाथ दूर रहे, कभी सामने नहीं जाए. कैसे सीखा? एक्सपीरियंस से सीखा, अनुभव से सीखा. लेकिन यही अगर वो सुन के सीख लेता तो एक्सपीरियंस लेने की जरूरत नहीं. Similarly in our life, yes, you may live your life according to the way you want, the way you think, the way you feel the life is. But mind it, it may be right, it may be wrong. Most of the cases, if you ask me, it's almost wrong only. Because generally we follow our mind, and mind will always take you to the wrong direction. Have you not felt? आप पढ़ना चाहते हो, माइंड भी सपोर्ट करता है? नहीं करता है. वो खाली बोलता है सिनेमा देखते हैं, चलो घूम के आते हैं, चलो खेल खेल लेते हैं. एंड इफ यू फॉलो योर माइंड, देन योर लाइफ इज रूइंड. इन द वैदिक लाइफस्टाइल में सिखाया जाता था दैट हु इज अ ट्रू हीरो. In this world we feel hero मतलब थोड़ा biceps होना चाहिए, हेयर स्टाइल होना चाहिए, गोरा चिट्टा लंबा चौड़ा हट्टा कट्टा, ऐसा होना चाहिए हीरो, ऐसा ही दिखाते हैं मीडिया. But they are fooling actually. This is not the heroism. These are acting. ये नौटंकी वाले हैं जो नौटंकी कर करके नाटक कर करके हमारे जेब से पैसा लेके, पैसा उनका रोजी रोटी वैसे चल रहा है. ये नौटंकी बाज है, नाटक करने वाले लोग, एक्टिंग करते हैं. ये हीरो थोड़ी है. तो कौन है हीरो? स्क्रिप्चर सेज those who have learned to control over their mind and those who have got control over their senses. यदि आपके अंदर क्षमता है कि आंख को किसी गलत चीजों को देखने से आप रोक सको, कान को कुछ गलत चीजों से सुनने से आप रोक सको, जीभ को कुछ ऐसी गलत चीजों को चखने से रोक सको, if you can control and if you can tell no to all these distractions, to the mind and to the senses, the distraction which are distracting your mind and senses, if you can tell no to all of them, oh, that makes you actually hero. And it is very difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's very easy in this world to let your senses loose and do whatever you feel like to do. Just do it. But it is very difficult to control the mind, to control the senses. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, बंधुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येना आत्मैवात्मनोजिता अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्ततात्मैव शत्रुवत्. For a man, the best of his friend is his own controlled mind, and for a man, the worst of his enemy, आपके जितने भी दुश्मन हैं, उन सभी दुश्मनों में जो सबसे खतरनाक दुश्मन है वो आपका खुद का uncontrolled mind. So this mind control is it in itself is a vast topic to be discussed. So in our next session, अगले सेशन में या उसके अगले सेशन में मैंने ये एक छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्टरी सेशन रखा है माइंड कंट्रोल के ऊपर. For student life, this is the most crucial. I will tell you, if you learn to control your mind and senses, you will become Superman. If you learn to control, even to some extent, if you learn to control your mind and senses, you can achieve so much out of your career. You can do such big, powerful things. You yourself cannot imagine the power of mind. ये जो इतने लोग संसार में सुसाइड करते हैं ना, आत्महत्या करते हैं, it is all the symptom of uncontrolled mind. Mind has 4 characteristics. M-I-N-D, mind. Magnifies the problem. M stands for magnifies the problem. I stands for imagines the pleasure. N stands for neglects the reality. And D stands for denies the presence. So we'll be elaborately discussing on these 4 aspects of mind, how to control mind, and many practical tips we will be learning through many workshops also in our upcoming sessions. So आप लोगों को बने रहना है तब तक strongly if you are interested, and if you feel like to improve yourself, you have to be focused here in these sessions. Otherwise, I am going to teach you so many wonderful things. Generally, what I am going to discuss in these 4 sessions, it takes 4 years to train somebody, to help someone to learn all these things and grow in their life. But I will be giving all these contents within 4 sessions, and these are the contents which I have developed based on my experience, based on my learnings, based on the teachings I have got over 15 years. So आपके पास 2 ऑप्शन है, या तो अगले 15-20 साल तक धोखा खा के गिर के लड़खड़ा के सीखो. But problem is, by the time you will learn all these things, you will be 20-year old. Another option is, I already got some experiences. You just listen it from me, apply in your life. At least you will save 15 years of your life. You will start performing right from the day 1 instead of starting your day after 20 years. So these are the contents which you may not find generally in some books or anywhere else. So therefore you have to be really attentive when I am going to discuss all these things. So currently in this session we will be only discussing about the differences between material education and the value education. So till now we discussed about the spirit. The material education is about information, and value education is about transformation. Material education is about quantity. The value education is about quality. Material education is all about external. Value education is all about internal. Material education is all about lifestyle. Value education is all about the life itself. Material education teaches you how to go through life. How to go through life. You take birth, Baba, black sheep, twinkle, twinkle, little star, A for apple, all these things you learn, and then class standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you are doing engineering, you'll get job, you'll marry, you'll procreate children, and then you'll die one day. That's just going through life. That's a monotonous life which hundreds and thousands and lakhs and crores of people are living in this world because of the lack of spiritual education. Material education will only help you to go through life. But value education, spiritual education helps you to grow through life. As you go through life, you have to grow through life. You also continuously keep growing in your life if you are empowered with a lot of value education. So just like every day we are updating our apps, no? Every day. Sometimes we update WhatsApp, sometimes we are updating this app, that app. So we should also consider updating ourselves as well. So whatever version of ourselves we were yesterday, today I should be the updated version of myself, which I was there yesterday. Every day we are supposed to update ourselves. Every day. Updated version of ourselves means yesterday the kind of tolerance I had, today I should have a little more. Yesterday the kind of humility I had, today I should have a little more. Yesterday the kind of qualities I had, today among all those qualities I should have a little more. Every day small changes, and you keep on updating yourself. Eventually you become a perfect gentleman. But those who don't care about all these things, they were the animals, and they are the animals, and they will remain animal. Mahabharat, Bhishmadev says, Ahar nidra bhayamaithunam cha samanyam etad pashu bhir narana dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pashu bhi samana. 4 activities: eating, sleeping, procreating child, and preparing a wonderful accommodation for ourselves. These are the activities which are common in animals and the human being. Both do the same things. Animals are also eating, human is also eating. Animals sleeping, humans also sleep. Animals procreating child, even human doing. Animal is making some ghosla, some kind of gufa and all. And human being is also preparing nice palace, nice building for himself. If a human being just does these 4 activities for whole of his life, then what is the difference between human being and animal? It's the same. Animal is also living for the same thing, and human also lives for the same thing. Then what is the meaning of the developed intelligence which the human being has got? So Mahabharata says, Dharmo hitesha adhiko vishesh. This value education, applying these values in the life, actually makes a human being special than animals. Animals don't have any values in their life. They don't have principles. They don't have qualities. I should be humble. I should be tolerant. All this thing. But yes, human can think in this way. And those who don't think in this way, they remain animal forever. Those who don't care about all these values. So then they just remain animal forever, and they live like animal and then die one day out of ignorance. So material education teaches us how to go through life. Spiritual education teaches us how to grow through our life. Similarly, material education is all about valuables. Do you have iPod? Do you have a MacBook? Oh, what brand of shoes are you wearing? What brand of Googles are you wearing? So it's all about valuables. What all valuables? Which brand of car do you have? Which brand of this you have? That you have? It's all about valuables. But spiritual education is all about values. What kind of values are you developing? It's all about that. We have enough discussed on this. Material life is all about to prove yourself. Oh, I have to prove myself in the society. I have to prove myself among my friends. I have to prove myself in my community. But value education, spiritual education is not about to prove yourself. It's about to improve yourself. This value education, spiritual education is all about how can I improve myself. So you understand what world looks at you is your material aspects, but your material aspects flourishes more and more based on what values you have developed in your life. The more internally you are developed, more values you have developed, that much materially you flourish, and that much people glorify you. So it's all about material education is all about to prove yourself. Spiritual education is all about to improve yourself. So in totality, we discussed material education and value education. So there were many details, but I had to go a little fast because it was the first session and we started little late. Therefore, I went little fast. Therefore, Einstein also used to say, try not to become the man of success. He says, rather become a man of values. Automatically, success will run after you. The biggest problem in this world, everyone is running after the success. I also want. Oh, he has got the success, he has got the success. I also want the success. We don't see that behind this success, how much hard work he has done, how much sacrifice he has done, how much sleepless night he has spent in order to come to this level of success in his life. So, but we only see externals. Like, for example, when you see a tree, in the tree you see wonderful fruits, you see the crown part of the tree, and you get highly impressed. But this crown part is very green, and a lot of wonderful fruits are there because its root is deeply inside the ground and it is deriving its nourishment. If the root is weak, the tree also will not be green. The fruits also will not be good. So if you want to get the fruit, you have to nourish the root. So, and the amazing part is the root is not visible. So root is your values. Root is your value education, the spiritual education, which you have to nourish. The more you nourish your values, more your external part also becomes visible. That's why I used to say, don't try to become the man of success, become the man of values. Automatically success will be behind you. The success is all about your outlook toward the world, your outlook, your attitude in this world. How do you live? How do you take things? How do you respond to certain situations? How do you respond to certain people? And all these things require training. You just cannot learn this overnight by reading some books. It requires training. Regular hearing, constant hearing, regular reading for long period of time helps one to develop these qualities. Otherwise, on its own, nothing happens. On its own, only degradation happens. If I release this pen, if I release this pen, automatically it goes down. It doesn't go up. Similarly, in this world, if you leave yourself, don't work upon yourself, automatically you will degrade. You will go down. Your consciousness will degrade. But if you have to implement something nice, if you have to upgrade yourself, if you have to elevate yourself, you will have to constantly work upon it. You have to apply force within. You have to really push yourself. You have to have strong training. For that, regular attempts are required for long period of time. Hearing 1 2 classes may give you some kick, some inspiration, but it may not really bring a permanent transformation. For that, you will have to permanently, for long period of time, you have to be in touch with such kind of inspiration. You don't have to leave it unless that change or the transformation comes. But if you just hear for 1 2 days and read for 1 2 days and leave it upon, then you don't grow much in your life. So that's why it is said that if you don't develop some internal qualities within yourself, then you will not be able to sustain the failures and the success of this world. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that success may come and a person is very happy. Similarly, failure also may come. That time, person may be very much discouraged. But what exactly an ideal man is supposed to do at that point of time? An ideal man is supposed to bring a balance. At the time of success, he should not be so ecstatic, and at the time of failure, he should not be so morose. Also, he should not be so discouraged as well. So it requires a perfect balance. One has to be perfectly balanced in both the places. And this again comes by training. That's why it is said, if you are not mentally strong, then you become strongly mental. So becoming a mentally strong is very important. How one becomes mentally strong? One becomes mentally strong only by controlling one's mind and one's senses. Then only mind becomes very strong. So, and about all different aspects of controlling mind and other things, we will be discussing in our upcoming sessions. So every day, every year, we were seeing the data. Every year, because of the uncontrolled mind and senses, 40,000, more than 40,000 people are committing suicides. Students, I'm only talking about the students. If you calculate it properly, means every 1 hour, one student is committing suicide. Every 1 hour in India. So from the time we have started the session till now, one boy somewhere have already hung himself and died. So situation is so pathetic in the modern scenario because one doesn't learn how to control mind and senses. One is not able to face the failures of his life. One is not able to face the success also many times. So therefore, becoming mentally strong is very important. Otherwise, one becomes strongly mental in his life. So there are many wonderful aspects regarding control of mind. I have given some introductions, why it is important and how it can be done. We will be discussing in detail about all these things in our upcoming sessions. So anyone has any doubts or questions, they can maybe write in the comments. In our upcoming sessions, I'll try to clarify all those doubts and queries if possible, if time permits. So, because we started little late, so I'm ending it right now. So, after having some kind of break, some 10 15 minutes break or whatever, according to your professor, whatever instructs, we'll again come for our next session. Thank you so much for being together for this period of time and attending this session attentively and hearing it attentively. So please come for the next session. You will be learning many wonderful aspects of your life. Thank you so much.